So anyway, once you've logged in, so this is our online platform. There's like a chat system up here, and you'll see that there's like a course related chat, a general chat, and then you have a questions channel. So this special channel is just for you and the instructor, so you can ask questions on it privately if you ever want to. And we'll try to get back to you within like 24 hours or so to answer your coding questions. And then you see, and I'll get to your question in a second, Harris. Actually, I realize we have 1 minute left. I'll answer your question quick, Harris, then I'll go back to the demonstrations. You said, what do you think is the hardest obstacle for people to take our course? I think the main thing that people report is honestly, the main thing that people report is learning to code is harder than they thought it would be. Even though we say very often that it's really, really hard, and we say that over and over, I think and it's I think people are listening, but like at the same time, you don't really know how hard it is until you try it, right? Then you start to get really that a feel for just how tricky it is. So I think just learning to code in general, yeah, maintaining motivation, exactly that is tough because learning to code is all about trial and error. That's a thing that you're probably going to be a little bit surprised about, is that you, even as an experienced developer, a lot of it is like, does it work now? Does it work now? Does it work now? And so having that patience, it's like, but of course, the flip side of that is, it's I say it can be frustrating, it can be demotivating, it can be a lot of I'm really selling it, aren't I? It can be just this challenge. But on the flip side, of course, once you actually get something to work, it's just like the victory is that much sweeter, right? So I think that's kind of, I think, one big thing. The other big thing is just it's time consuming to get the practice in. I think that's another big obstacle too. Do you have a Discord or a Slack? So at the moment we just have this, which is our chat system that's for our students to ask questions. And this, if I click on, let's see, I don't want to, I guess there's nothing really private on these at the moment, so I can click on one of these. So this is just normal conversations here. I would just want to make sure there wasn't anything that our students wouldn't want to be shared, but I think we're good. So here we have an example of what it looks like. It looks just like Slack, honestly. Yes, and Googling for answers. There's kind of a running joke that developers are really, the only thing they're really good at is Googling, but it's one of those, it's kind of true. Like, you get better and better at using Google. So you can see here that I literally had Slack open on one side, and then I was like making this application on the other side of the other window. So it does look a lot like Slack, and it's a custom built chat platform just for our students to ask questions and converse with each other. Um, so then the lessons themselves, I mentioned, are all video based. So you don't actually, there is no live lectures for $2.99 a month. We cannot really we can't offer live lectures. That's just that would be just too expensive for something for us to offer. But you do get the exact same material that our live lectures have in this video-based format. So this is the same thing that you would get from a live course. And I mean, does this setup look familiar to you at all? So this exact same setup I'm using to do this, I'm filming all the lectures with that. So we go through, so you can watch those videos, and then the videos also have like these activities that are code based. So you can download. All our activities are in these zip files, and those contain like these coding challenges. So each lesson has about 4 to as many as like 7 or 8, I think, at the max, coding projects and challenges associated with them. And this is actually only the beginning of our material. We have about 40 some lessons total. So it's a pretty big amount of material we have, especially compared to some other online courses. And then you use these little challenges that in each zip file to learn different coding techniques, fill in the gaps, learn how to debug, and then you use the videos that kind of go over like how to solve each one. Like, this is just a solution to one of those coding challenges where I just solve it for you to follow along or understand. And you can see that's kind of how all of these look. And then we have a Prework. Prework is a free course. So if you find any of this interesting, we can actually get you onboarded with the Prework course right away. And it's just kind of a warm up course. It doesn't go super deep into any of the coding stuff. It's more just to kind of build technology foundational like understanding and words and terminology and all of that. And that is, as I mentioned, totally free. So if you're interested in our curriculum, you can just you can sign up for an application, and we are going to, and then we'll onboard you onto the, just like I showed you, onto this platform, and you'll gain access to this free thing. And then we also have homework assignments. As I mentioned, it's all stuff that you do. You bring your own topic, but but we provide kind of the structure and the help. And then I guess the calendar view is kind of an important view. This is the schedule that we'll make for you, and then you can export this calendar to your own software, your own like Google Calendar or whatever to get access to that elsewhere. Or you can just use it here.
Hi.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm on 10%. I have to go.
No! Okay, Miranda. Thank you so much for joining, and also thank you for going on voice and video. I know it's I know sometimes we have these and everyone isn't on voice or video, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you, Miranda.
Guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
See ya. Cool. If there's any other questions, I mean, we're a little bit over, but I'm happy to answer them if you have any other questions. Dasmiko or Harrison?